desk as President Trump had. But never has such a thing as what he's done with the weaponization of our government, DOJ, FBI. It's never taken place in our country. It only takes place in third world countries. This has never happened in our country before. And the local DAs are part of it, and the attorney generals are all a part of it. You saw what happened in Atlanta with Fanni, F-A-N-I, Fanni. How do you pronounce F-A-N-I, Fanni? They interviewed her a year before. I would never have an affair with anybody in my office. Well, she had an affair. And they paid the guy almost $1 million. The only way, and honestly, that just corrupts all of justice. And they spent a lot of time at the White House. You read that. It came out last week, right? Everybody read it? If you didn't read it, I'm telling you now, and I'm telling all the fake news back there. They spent a lot of time in the White House. And you know what they were talking about? How do we get Trump? How do we get him? He's been quite elusive over the years, hasn't he? He's been quite elusive. The only way to defeat this corrupt and weaponized system is to defeat crooked Joe Biden, to vote overwhelmingly for President Donald J. Trump in November, which is voting for yourselves. Under the Biden administration, every facet of our government has been perverted, corrupted, and turned upside down and inside out.
It seemed like it just keep getting even worse for DA Fanni Willis. This woman is so freaking corrupt. If y'all didn't see my last video, this woman has got caught using elderly people name and addresses for donation scams. And now they finna get ready and they getting them for money laundering, bank fraud. I mean, all type of stuff. They even say identity theft. She is in huge trouble, which means that right there is a huge win for Donald Trump. So she can forget about trying to worry about Donald Trump. She got a lot of more stuff on her plate. And then you got to realize these is charges that's just constantly just piling on top of each other. Remember with the her and Nathan Wade using taxpayers' dollars. And now it's just like more and more stuff is coming out and piling up against her. And like I said, that's a win for Donald Trump. And like I said, this one right here is coming from Doug. He said, DA Fanni Willis gets hit with a bombshell legal filing. It gets even worse. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. Like I said, this one is coming from Doug. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. Without further ado, let's dive straight into it and let's see what else done happened to Fanni Willis.
There's a bombshell new legal filing against Fanni Willis because it just keeps getting worse for her. It's a new rule of the universe.
Yep.
Life can only get worse for Fanni Willis every day. At least it seems that way. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. I'm here just to bring the news and have a little fun, and I hope you'd subscribe and join our community. But if not, you can still watch. It's allowed. Join the happiest patriots on earth. Fanni Willis hit with bombshell new legal filing. This is from Newsweek. Now, it may not seem like a big deal, but remember I've said this before, that the timing on all this stuff is everything. That is, without certain things happening at certain times, it would all be meaningless. So in this case, Fanni Willis said that one of her defenses of getting into a relationship with Nathan Wade was that she said it didn't happen until after she hired Nathan Wade. And now they're putting serious doubt on that. And of course, she has no credibility at this point.
No.
So she'd have no credibility on almost anything she said, including about Trump. Here's the rest of that article. Fulton County DA attorney Fanni Willis has been hit with a new court filings accusing her of not being forthright about her relationship with the prosecutor she hired to work on the Donald Trump election interference case. In filings submitted in a Georgia court, a lawyer for Michael Roman, that's the guy that initially made this case and exposed the Fanni Willis relationship.
Yep.
Michael Roman said the DA's relationship with special prosecutor Nathan Wade had been earlier than they had disclosed. Now, this is what went into the legal documents. This is the second time that Nathan Wade and Fanni Willis will have been caught on a lie while they're on testimony in court. Roman, a former White House aide to Trump, was charged alongside the former president and 17 others in Willis's RICO, racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations probe. He has pleaded not guilty to 7 counts in Georgia case and Trump, the front runner in the 2024 primary race. We'll skip the rest. Roman's attorney, Ashley Merchant, that's the most important one. Mike Roman's attorney's name is Ashley Merchant.
Okay.
Miss Merchant has previously accused Willis of having an improper, clandestine personal relationship with Wade, including going on holiday together while working on the case. Willis admitted she had a personal relationship with Wade in court filings last week. Remember, after she admitted it after dodges of silence, obfuscation, she finally admitted it, but said that it started only after the case against Trump began.
That's a lie.
Newsweek emailed Willis's office for comment on Saturday, whatever. Wade also said in a recent affidavit that his relationship with Willis had not started until 2022. So they're both getting their dates lined up. They both said the same lie. Willis has denied that the relationship amounts to a conflict of interest, nor should it affect the outcome of her 2020 election interference investigation against Trump. Fine. Merchant is now saying, so this is Michael Roman's lawyer, is now saying that the romantic relationship between Willis and Wade started long before the latter's appointment to work on the Trump investigation in November of 2021. Wade's former law partner, Terrence Bradley, is alleged to have non-privileged personal knowledge that the relationship began even before Willis took office in January of 2021. Now it gets crazy.
Yes, it does.
Because if she did have that relationship with Nathan Wade before she decided to hire him, this whole thing could be that she'd been paying him all along. Remember, the problem is that he's got this pesky ex-wife, Jocelyn Wade, that keeps trying to get more money out of him. So anything that he's trying to cut on the side, cut her out of, she has legal right to. That's the two-front fight Nathan Wade is fighting. He's trying to hide it, and he's got an ex-wife trying to expose all his income so she gets more of it. And in the meanwhile, if this is earlier, then it shows that this could be a conspiracy, a RICO conspiracy between Fanni Willis and Nathan Wade, where she'd been paying him much longer earlier than they, including picking up this Trump case just to pay her and Nathan Wade more. And the way that they spent their earnings, the way that they got their money back was going on trips that were not related to the lawsuit. So they charged the government for the lawsuit. Our taxpayers pay for that. And then Fanni and Nathan wash it out into their relationship. Quote, since Willis and Wade were not forthright about the relationship in the first instance, there's no reason to believe they're telling the truth now. Unquote, the court documents state. Now that's
see, that's the thing that we don't believe nothing that Fanni said, because we know now we're figuring out that they've been talking way before then, probably way before she even hired him to go after Donald Trump. They was already having a relationship together. So this woman was paying this man all this money to help, so he can help her try to take out Donald Trump, basically. Now, if y'all seen the clip that when Trump was like, y'all have been caught. This case needs to be thrown out because she paid this man to go after me. That's exactly what they did. So we already know that they both are lying. Remember, Fanni Willis went to an all-black church and cried racism. Tried to say that Donald Trump then was after her because she's black. Donald Trump is after them because Nathan Wade is black. I said this plenty of times. If Nathan Wade was a white man, and you were having a relationship with them, stealing taxpayer dollar, it'd be the same thing. It don't matter your skin color. When you do wrong, you is wrong. If you caught stealing, skin color don't mean nothing. You were using taxpayer dollars. You was going on these trips, expensive trips, might I say, expensive trips. So like right now, her credibility is just shot. Her credibility is shot. You not gonna believe anything this woman said. You later went to a church crying racism, basically saying that y'all didn't have a relationship and that everybody was lying. That's what she said. She said everybody was lying on her and Nathan Wade that they didn't have a relationship. Come to find out, she finally admit that they had a relationship. Like, come on. That right there is what shot her credibility in. You can't believe nothing this woman say. That's why you see all this new evidence is just starting to pile up on her now. Everything is starting to pile up. The only thing I'm sitting back waiting on is for them to say that the charges that she has against Donald Trump has been dropped. That's what I'm waiting on.
Common practice in all lawsuits. If you can catch a witness lying or a defendant lying or the prosecutor lying, it goes to their credibility of character.
Exactly.
So all you have to do is catch them in lies. And these are huge lies. So now they're going to basically use this to discredit her on any other motive for going after Trump. That's how lawsuits work. That's how court cases work, guys. Rudy Giuliani, Trump's former personal attorney, who was also charged under Willis probe, was one of those who described the latest filings as a bombshell. That's our title. Ding! Claims against Willis on social media. The filings from Merchant also dismissed previous concerns that any information from Bradley would be protected under attorney-client privilege, as he, quote, obtained this information in a personal capacity as Wade's friend prior to Wade's decision to file for divorce. So this is probably one of Wade's friends that Wade bragged to, that he said he was having an affair with Fanni Willis. That's how they probably got this personal information. They went and interviewed all of Nathan's friends and said, yes, the relationship predates the date that Fanni Willis and Nathan said in public. Willis and Wade are also accused of having enriched themselves by working on the case together, including taking trips to the Bahamas. And
remember we said that. Listen to this right here again. Willis and Wade are also accused of having enriched themselves, stealing his money, going on these expensive trips, talking about how they're going to take out Donald Trump, visiting the White House. We heard that Nathan Wade visited the White House 2 times. So, I mean, look at this. Willis and Wade are also accused of having enriched themselves by working on this case together, including taking trips to the Bahamas and Belize. boy.
Belize, that quote, that enrichment has taken various forms, not the least of which is incredible amounts of money paid to Wade and Willis that is in return resulted in Willis' personal financial benefit in the form of vacations, hotel stays, and the like that have nothing to do with the case or her official duties as a prosecutor. The filings add. Fanni Willis, more hot water. Love to hear what you guys think. Does she get canned or does she stick? Does she cling to this case like a leech? Latched on, drain more dough for she and her lover, Nathan Wade. Love to hear what you guys think. Love to have you.
Shout out to Doug, man, for another incredible video. As y'all can see, more bombshell evidence, another legal filing. I told you, Mike Roman is on her back. He ain't playing at all, and I don't blame him one bit because Fanni Willis is trying to take this man out, Donald Trump and everybody else. So it's on the right that, hey, if you want to play this game, let's play this game. This woman is wrong, and I still don't like the fact that she was using elderly people's name and addresses for donation scams and stuff like that. I mean, just all type of stuff is just starting to just circulate, and it's not looking good for Fanni Willis. Like I said, y'all be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.